We are 85 days away from WrestleMania, and I, for one, am really excited and really hyped for this year's event. It feels extremely unpredictable, but today I'm going to try and predict the card. I'm doing 7 matches a night, so 14 total, the same as last year, and I'm deliberately doing this before Saturday night's main event, before the Royal Rumble, so perhaps in a couple of weeks I can look back on this and realize how wrong I was. Now, a quick disclaimer before we start. I don't read wrestling dirt sheets. I deliberately stay away from them. Why would I want to be spoiled? It takes the fun out of it, and was a big reason why here at Wrestling Republic, we don't cover the spoilers. We don't cover the dirt sheets. We want to stay away from all of that stuff. So this card is based on zero information from the dirt sheets. Zero inside information, right? So maybe some of the card is already wrong according to them. I don't care. I'm just having fun. First things first, Gunther versus Brock Lesnar in a non-title match. Yes, I predict Gunther is going to be losing that World Championship before WrestleMania, and I do think Brock Lesnar is going to return at the Royal Rumble. Do they need him? No. Is there a lot of controversy around him? Yes. Would I do it? Probably not. But do I think they will? Yes, and I think we are going to have Gunther versus Lesnar. Up next, the World Tag Team Championships. This match I'm feeling very, very confident about, and I think the the War Raiders again now, will be defending against the new heel New Day. As for the WWE Tag Team titles, I am also feeling quite confident, because I think it's going to be a 4-way ladder match. They've kind of been building this now for quite some time on SmackDown, so I do think we're going to see the tag titles defended once again in a ladder match at WrestleMania, with DIY defending against Pretty Deadly, Motor City Machine Guns, and the Street Profits. Boy, oh boy, would that be a banger. As for John Cena's final WrestleMania match, I predict that he's going to be going against Logan Paul. I know a lot of people aren't going to like this. To be honest, I don't really like this. But the two are good friends. John Cena has a lot of respect for Logan Paul. We've seen that on Impulsive, and Cena inviting Logan Paul on his own show as well. So I do think Cena wants to have a match against Logan. And honestly, I don't think Cena's going to win the Rumble. I really don't. So I think he's going to lose the Rumble. He's then going to lose once again at Elimination Chamber. And at that point, Cena's going to be like, I've got nothing to do at WrestleMania. And Logan Paul's going to be like, actually you do. I'm going to face you and I'm going to beat you at your last ever WrestleMania. Cena then beats Logan. And then his slow rise starts, leading all the way to December 2025, where I still do think he is going to be competing for the WWE Championship in his final match. Up next, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. Yes, they faced each other only a few years ago at WrestleMania 37, but I think they're going to run it back once again, this time with the roles reversed. Kevin Owens is going to think there's a conspiracy against him compared to the last time when they fought when Sami Zayn was doing that gimmick. So it is a little bit different, and I do think this is the direction that they're going in. Up next, I predict the Judgment Day are going to be taking on the Wyatt Six with Alexa Bliss, who I predict is going to return in the Royal Rumble. The main reason for this is I have no idea what any of the Judgment Day are going to be doing at WrestleMania, and same for the Wyatt. So there we are, this is perfect, it gives them both something to do, and the numbers add up quite well. Up next, the Intercontinental Championship, and at this point I'm going to point out that I think the IC titles, both of the IC titles, are going to be on the line at WrestleMania, but I do predict that both of the United States titles won't be. Now, as for Chelsea Green, I think she might actually be the host of WrestleMania, to be honest with you. But then on the men's side, I just don't think Shinsuke Nakamura is going to be on WrestleMania. I think he might have a defense on WrestleMania SmackDown or whatever they're going to call it this year. But I don't think on the actual show he's going to be on the card. But for the Men's Intercontinental Championship, the reason I think this will be on the card is Bron Breakker. They are shaping up to be the next face of this company. And for that reason, I think they're going to want him to be on their biggest show of the year. That's quite obvious. And for weeks and weeks, I've thought it was going to be Bron Breakker versus Sheamus at WrestleMania. But that is now happening earlier. So I'm now predicting it's going to be Bron Breakker versus Damian Priest. Priest, of course, was world champion earlier this year. So surely they'll find something for him on this card. As for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, I am predicting a fatal four-way, with Lyra defending against Bayley, Roxanne Perez, Roxanne and Bayley have both been feuding recently, and then Io Sky as well. It's a way to get all four of them on the card, because Bayley and Io Sky definitely have to be on it. It'll be a great opportunity, a great showcase for Roxanne Perez, and of course, a great way to defend this Women's Intercontinental Championship as well. Now, time for the Bloodline, because I do think we're going to have a little bit of 8-man tag team action at WrestleMania, and I predict we're going to have Solo Sikoa's Bloodline teaming up to take on the makeshift team of Jay, Jimmy, LA Knight, and Andrade. It's a little bit random, but it also makes sense too, and it gets everybody on the card, so I think this is what they're going to do. Now, you could really rotate Andrade for anybody, but I'm just guessing it's going to be him. Now, for months, I've been predicting that Jade Cargill is going to return to WWE and is going to blame Bianca Belair for her being taken out. She's going to think that she has something to do with it, and perhaps even her and Naomi were the ones to do it. So I think she's going to return with that mindset, and then after WrestleMania, Bianca Belair is going to find out who really attacked Jade. That way you get 2 feuds out of it, not just one. But Sean gave me the idea last night that perhaps we could have Jade Cargill teaming up with Jordynne Grace to try and get revenge on Naomi and Bianca Belair. So that is my prediction for the Women's Tag Team Championship. And yes, it's a little bit of a bold prediction. In fact, not a little bit. It is a massively bold prediction, but that is what I'm going to go with. Before we get into the WWE World Championship pictures, I've got a favor to ask. And that favor is please, please, please hit like and subscribe on this video. It really would mean a lot, and leave a comment as well. Here at Wrestling Republic, we create between 5 to 10 free videos per week, and in addition to that, we do a live daily stream 7 days a week at 8 p.m. UK, 3 p.m. Eastern over in America, and 12 p.m. Pacific over in America. Thank you so much. Now, time to get into the really, really entertaining stuff, the World and WWE title pictures, because for the World Women's Championship, I predict that once again, Rhea Ripley is going to defend against Becky Lynch. We know last year, one of them, I can't remember which one, I think it was Becky, was really ill heading into the match. I think they're going to run it back once again, and potentially Becky will even win the Royal Rumble. As for the men's world, this is a bold prediction indeed, because I think the main event of WrestleMania Night 1 is going to be a fatal four-way. I said earlier in the video that I predict that Gunther's going to drop the title beforehand. I actually think he's going to drop it to Jey Uso this weekend at Saturday night's main event. So, you might be asking yourself, well, how's Drew McIntyre going to get it? Well, very simply, he's going to beat Jey Uso. We know they have a lot of history. He recently lost to Jey Uso. They're going to have a rematch, potentially at Elimination Chamber, potentially in Elimination Chamber, and Drew McIntyre is going to get that title back. Now, this is what I'm really hoping will happen, and this match is probably more of a hope than a prediction, but I don't care, I'm going to say it anyway. We know Drew McIntyre has got issues with CM Punk, Seth Rollins, and Roman Reigns. And guess what? All 4 of those guys also have issues with each other. It is perfect. The overlap in all their storylines all year long has been so consistent. So I can't think of a better main event for WrestleMania Night 1 than this. Yes, it's a Fatal 4-Way. Yes, they don't usually do Fatal 4-Way main events at WrestleMania. There's only been a couple ever, but I'm still going to predict it. This is what I think it will be. As for the WWE Women's, I predict Tiffany Stratton is going to defend against Charlotte Flair, with Charlotte Flair being the babyface. Now, I'm not entirely sure if this is going to go the way they want it to. It's very possible the crowd will actually root for Tiffany, but it is what I'm predicting. And as for the main event of Night 2, I'm predicting Cody Rhodes will be defending the WWE Championship against a heel Randy Orton, who I also predict is going to win this year's Royal Rumble. As of right now, that is my prediction for it. I think Randy Orton's going to turn heel on Cody when he returns. After Kevin Owens took him out, I think he's going to realize Kevin was actually right and side with Kevin. And then at WrestleMania, we finally see student versus mentor in the main event. I'd be very excited for it. And also, I think this is all going to lead us to John Cena's final match, Randy Orton versus him to see who will become a 17-time champion. So, of course, before then, Orton needs to get a couple of WWE title reigns, and I think one of them will happen at WrestleMania. Well, there we have it, my predicted WrestleMania card. Now, like I said, it's entirely possible, in fact, likely, I'm going to be so wrong this time in 2 weeks. Hell, if I really am very, very wrong, I might actually do another video in a couple of weeks where I do another set of predictions with our updated knowledge. But hey, this was fun. I hope you got enjoyed. And please leave in the comments down below your predicted WrestleMania 41 cards. I can't wait to see them. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Ba 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 ba. Beep.